All right.
Let's rock and roll.
Stand by.
Let's do it.
The following program may contain and will contain adult language and mature subject matter and does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Reality Radio 101, its advertisers and sponsors, or its listening audience. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Good evening and welcome to the Heikadelic Show with your host, Heikomantic, right here on Reality Radio 101. To get on board, dial 905-725-1907. Toll free in North America, 1-866-905-7325. Worldwide, 1-866-656-5477. Send us an email right now. Our email address is instudio101@gmail.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, right to your host of the Heikadelic Show, Mr. Heiko Mantic.
Here we are again. I freaking love it. Every Monday night, once a week, boom, boom, boom. It's like clockwork. How are my co-hosts doing? Terry and Johnny, you there, boys?
Good, man. I'm fucking doing good. How are you guys doing, man?
Awesome.
It's
actually nice. It's nice not to hear all the craziness that was going on before. So
yeah,
it's a good start now.
We were just playing a joke on you.
Difficulty.
Yeah, sure.
Before we started, but
yeah.
It's all fixed now.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I noticed on our Facebook feed we've got like some everything we say is kind of coming up. I don't know if you're seeing that, Ringo. That's different. So that it was trying to repeat everything Gary was saying, but of course, if you ever use anything like that, it never says the right words in its place. But I don't know where that comes from. I guess people can read along. I don't know.
Oh no.
But anyways, I'm good. Everyone's good.
Sorry, what is it doing, Terry? It's typing everything out?
No, it's got what's that?
It's typing everything we say?
It's doing I've never seen that before, so
Facebook?
I just thought I'd ask. Yeah, on Facebook. Unless it's just mine's special.
No, that's at that admin person that we hired that is typing in the background.
Wow, that's impressive. She's typing quick.
So you're seeing that on Facebook? Or
yes,
YouTube?
I am, but it's repeating everything.
No way. That's kind of...
Yeah, man.
We
don't know.
Voice recognition on.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, or we're being transcripted for court.
Probably. I wouldn't be shocked. So, Hike, what's new with you?
I'm not happy with this freaking weather we're having. Jesus.
Yeah, that's some bullshit,
get the snowblower back out.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
Seriously, the other morning I woke up and it was white out, like white.
Yeah.
The grass was under snow.
Yeah, it's. I noticed this morning as well. We had some nice snowfall in there, but it seemed to go away, and it actually wasn't that bad after. But yeah, kind of shitty. But at the same time, I'm not overly upset with it just because we can't really go do shit anyways. But whatever. It's weird how the winter is holding on.
I had a couple of beers after breakfast, and then I got this thought.
Of course you did.
Maybe I was going to go rip the sled around the farm field.
Oh,
but
nice.
by then the snow was melting already.
Right.
So it's like, damn.
Yeah. Well, the upside to it is we'll stay away from. I don't know if you've heard about these the murder hornets yet.
Oh,
Oh, I've heard about them.
Yeah, the ones from Asia. Fuck, these things are huge, man. And I was kind of keeping an eye on it just out of curiosity, because these bastards they're going to kill all our friggin' bees. They actually go into the hive.
wow.
And one of them will completely destroy the entire hive, kill everyone in it. They decapitate them, and the bees, and then they actually eat. There's something from the inside that they actually eat. And
so it's like a ninja or something.
So it's like Reese's.
Yeah, pretty much.
Reese's Pieces,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. But no, it's then they met the praying mantis, and the praying mantis pretty much has its way with them. So
Wow.
it's pretty wicked. They eat the heads right off them.
Imagine that though. Like if you could get some kind of like cinematic view of that, microscopic almost, that kind of makes them look like Godzilla and what was that, Mothra kind of battle thing, right? I think that would in slow-mo it.
Go on. They already have it all over Facebook. They have a praying mantis eating one of these things alive.
Oh man.
Yeah,
and it just literally eats its face, like the whole head, and done.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Which I mean really shouldn't surprise anybody, because if you know anything about praying mantis, that they once they mate, they actually decapitate the male's head. So
yeah,
it's over.
Oh, you know what? That happens though, right? I mean, it happens with humans, I'm sure.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not their actual head that gets decapitated.
No,
so,
I mean in the whole, what was it? That whole bobbit thing. Right? Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, so
right.
And
you know what?
Decapitated. It's dictated, right?
That's right.
Well,
yeah.
whatever that was, but there is an actual place called up by, I think, Elliott Lake, Ontario, somewhere around there, and it's called Missinaibi, right? So just wanted to point that out.
Nice.
It's a real place. Tara, do you remember that night we were, I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 in the morning? I can't, we're on Facebook looking, or not Facebook. We open up we have a broadcast stream we just use for planning and stuff on this. And so Terry and I will just, crack open 1-2 beer case, remotely, and because we got nothing better to do, and we'll search out some, whether it's Bigfoot, UFOs, or the latest and greatest. We were talking about an underground facility in Northern Ontario that I had some experience with, and he was kind of intrigued by the whole thing. But we there's a lot of cool stuff. So listen, this hornet and the manta praying, is it a praying manta or
praying mantis? Yeah.
So can it I wonder if it can eat COVID, right? Like is that a possibility?
I don't think so. They haven't said that yet.
Right. Yeah.
But these fucking things, man, like
I'm just wondering if we could let Mr. President know.
How long?
That's another possible solution for him, right? So.
Oh yeah, the murder hornets. Yeah, they're here to save us.
Yeah.
How long are they?
They're over 2 inches long, the body, but the stingers on these fucking things are so long they actually pierce through clothing. Like the beekeepers, they actually that have been stung by them, they'd actually pierce it through the beekeeping outfit.
Wow.
And this won't surprise you either, but apparently in Japan, they're a delicacy. They eat the fucking things over there. So that didn't surprise me.
Yeah. Why does all the fucked up shit come from over there?
Right. They just eat everything. I'm pretty sure that's why the aliens haven't landed. They're just afraid they're going to get eaten.
Well, that's a big thing right in the news, right? They've prioritized a few things. So there's COVID, there's the hornets, the killer hornets or whatever they are. And then there's UFO sightings, right? And UFO sightings have increased dramatically since, But I got to say, though, I don't remember what happened the last couple of days. And, maybe I was abducted, right?
I don't think there's any maybe about it. I think that's happened to you a bunch of times. Because didn't you show up with the probe still wedged up your ass? Is that a no?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I think I left it at your place.
Or did you put it there?
No.
Yeah, Rick.
Terry,
that was just a Saturday night.
No, see that soundboard behind you, right? Look underneath. 'Cause it was kind of teetering, so I used it as a bit of a wedge.
Is that where it is?
Yeah. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of a wedge. So I used it as a bit of
Right, gotcha.
Did you ever read
Gotcha.
about that guy who had he claimed he had a transmitter. I can't remember his name. I should have these facts up, but he had a transmitter that was I guess somehow installed in his I don't know, part of his body. And when they pulled it out, it was like a metal that they couldn't really identify. And he would claim that, that it was like some kind of maybe a tracker or some kind of communication device or something like that. So, a lot of interesting
I've
stuff.
actually heard that many times.
Yeah.
I've heard that many times.
I think
many cases.
What we'll do some night is we'll open up the stream while we're going through all of this mystery hunting that we're doing, and
while we get really drunk online,
and get some really far out people to join us, and I think that'd be entertaining.
Heiko, it's too bad you don't have internet up there. You could be joining us just sitting online and getting drunk and looking at some pretty wild shit.
Yeah,
and it's not porn for a change. It's different.
Well, what about the guy? What was 2 weeks ago? What did he get busted or something for? I don't know, in a weed field because he said he was looking for Bigfoot. And that was kind of local, right? Wasn't that like?
That's what I'm using if it ever happens to me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just to let you know, I'm going to be away from the board for about 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem, buddy.
Sure, Garrett. Thanks. Take a piss during our show and not the other guy.
All right. Thank you.
It's all good. I think we'll take it from here. But if we black out, and we're off the air,
if we black out, we're fucked.
Yeah. It's 5 minutes. I think it's more like a hot dog's coming out there.
Yeah. Gary's
that's a nice thought.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Gary's right.
Gary's he's in his studio bathroom right now reading he's got those airline, he was a pilot, right?
Yes, he is a pilot.
So he's probably going to sit there for
it's not that he was a pilot, he still is.
He still is, yeah. Well,
remember Heiko, he was talking about at one point flying the guys to Florida to broadcast off the beach.
Yeah.
We should do that. I really think we should do that.
Because Mike had a place in Florida.
Yeah.
So we were going to do the show from his place. We're just going to fly down, do the show, and fly back.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I should go on a small plane like that. That'd be I've always thought I'd crash in get in an airplane. I'd end up crashing.
No,
I haven't been in one. I've never been in a small one. I've only been in the bigger ones, and that was when I was a kid. So the smaller ones tend to scare the shit out of me.
The little planes I've even flown before, but my problem is if all of us get in a little plane, the trip can't be more than half an hour, because all the way down to Florida, I don't think we have room for a cooler. We need a big spot for our cooler, like all the beer we need to drink.
Well,
so they don't come with like a beer fridge in it?
No.
What kind of bullshit is that?
I know.
Yeah, okay, I'm out. We're driving. I guess we can't do that either. Shit. Oh, fuck.
Not right now.
Yeah, man. Hey, speaking of driving, did you hear about that 19-year-old kid on the QEW got clocked at 308 kilometers an hour Saturday night?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Which is, I was actually reading. Well, they were talking about it this morning on like every radio station in the country here, but I was reading a bit about it online, and it's basically 191 miles an hour, right? If you're in the States or whatever. Yeah. So, and he was driving his dad's Mercedes.
Wow.
So I'm sure his dad's real fresh right now.
Yeah.
308 kilometers.
I was watching the news about that, and there's a lot now. All the tech heads are getting around it, right? And saying, look, if you had a stock car like that Mercedes, its capacity is like a lot less, right? In terms of I've never heard that kind of number, honestly, unless you're on a racetrack. And they also said it did the 308 kilometers an hour, which is pretty fast, even if you convert it to miles. But they said it would take 13 minutes to drive from Toronto to Hamilton. And I'm like, wow,
just to give you some perspective on that speed, a 747 takes off at a slower speed than that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
crazy, eh?
In
I know the
fact,
cops were like, I've never even seen a speed like that before ever. They actually had a picture of the radar gun with the 308. I was like, wow.
so
Like
how did
you
they
wouldn't
ever
even be
get
able to.
well,
Well, no, that's what I was wondering. It's like I'm surprised. Like they were like, so why did like how did they get them? Like I don't even think cop cars go that fast.
I didn't even know if the helicopter goes that fast.
Right? Maybe they just shot them from up above or something, and then like a plane flying over. I don't know. Holy fuck! How do you catch a car that fast?
Hey, Gary, how fast
exactly.
the helicopter go?
For what? You mean forward speed?
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's different
Like
speeds.
what-
There's hovering. There's it depends
No,
on
like
the
forward.
Well, it
We're trying to
depends.
find out how they could get a guy going that fast.
Well, those
Could they-
helicopters used for speed enforcement don't go that fast because they're smaller. They're not turbo. They're not fast. So,
Mhm.
but you remember when you're up in the air, you can see in front of you and behind you 1 or 2 or 3 miles, right? Because of the height.
Right. Yeah.
So they could have been, that car could have been flying like doing that fast on the road, and a helicopter hovering, say maybe 3,000 feet up, could see that guy do 5 or 6 miles right where he is in his location.
Right.
Yeah. So to answer that question, it depends upon the helicopter how fast it would go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I was thinking, like, I know a lot of the time with these chases they do, they'll use the strips, the spike strips. Do you really want to use that with a car going that fast?
No,
I'm pretty sure you'd kill everybody in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It would just be devastating. So I'm curious of how they actually got them. That's wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
What model Mercedes was it? Because I think I want to get one of those.
Yeah.
Why?
It's got to be so it's got to be modded up, right? And that's pretty obvious. And but when you do the math on it, like that stretch of highway he was on, I think it was the QEW or something like that. But anyway, allegedly, you have to say allegedly because all of this went down, and I guess there's a lot of people challenging it. There's a lawyer involved now to defend. But
well, of course there is.
So first of all, don't be an idiot. I'm not on the Ringo rant yet, but don't be an idiot and drive that fast. Come on, right? You're on a populated public highway and you just don't want to do it. But I hear it all the time. I am so close to, I'm in a kind of a rural area and I'm just south of the 407. So I hear them winding out there. And then I hear the cop cars going after them. So you're going to get caught. Just you wait and see. Why is everybody picking on me, right? Like it don't do stupid shit and you're not going to wind up in jail, right?
So what, did he just lose his license now forever for something like that? Like what, I know they said the car's been confiscated for 7 days or something.
Yeah. And then it'll get, but here's, the weird thing is 308 kilometers. That car will not perform. There's a lot of modifications that would have to be done, including engine, turbos, everything. But cars are designed. I would question whether that thing would have fallen to pieces at 308 kilometers, right?
Come on, it's
that's crazy.
Yeah.
A Toyota or a Ford would fall apart, but a Mercedes, that's a good car.
No, it's not. Well, okay.
It's an expensive car.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's.
You remember you were telling us before you had the lady that was on the hell was that show called Mythbusters, and she tried to hit that land speed record and she was killed. She was on reality radio. What was like? I never did hear what the final speed. Like, what is? Does anybody know what the record for that is?
Gary does.
No, you'd have to look it up, but that would have been close to faster than what this kid was doing. Because it was a special.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was out in the desert.
Like I'm thinking that she was probably looking more towards like a Mach 1 or something. I would assume.
Yeah, for sure, close to it, not quite, but yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sad story that happened to her.
Yeah.
She was in reality radio studios, was she not? Not long before that happened.
Yeah, they were doing a promotion in Toronto, so we got her on here. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow.
That's amazing that you had her on.
People that are, I wouldn't say really, really, really famous, but semi-famous or famous up here in Canada, when they're doing stuff in Toronto and they're on the Geek Show or a news show or whatever, I usually contact the agents or the managers and explain who we are and, try to get them to come in, otherwise call, right? But we try to get them to come here
Yeah.
And a lot of people over the 10 years I got a scrapbook of probably literally 90 people in 10 years that are semi-famous that have come on the air here for sure.
Nice.
Well, if you ever hear about Kathleen Winnick from Vikings, I'd love you to get her on the Heikadelic show.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
She is awesome. And that show, you know what? I just finished watching it last week, and I've never been into a show in my life. I've just never been a TV guy. So this is like one of my very first shows I watched beginning to end. And now I'm not sure I want to watch another show because it actually fucks your shit up when it's all said and done, depending on how it ends and everything. And I was like, what the fuck? Right. So yeah, it was amazing shows. Anybody that hasn't seen it, it's on, I think the first 3 seasons are on Netflix. And then you have to go over to history to watch the rest.
What I suggest to the people that are into anything like that is our Geek Show on Friday evenings. If you guys don't mind, I'll give a quick plug.
Yeah,
absolutely. They have a great show.
Yeah, it's the longest running show here on Reality Radio 101. It's called Geek Hard. It's on from 7 to 8 p.m. Every Friday. And if you look at them on Facebook or their website, they will tell you what guests are going to be on the show. A lot of them are live, not necessarily in the studio, especially now, but they're live on the phone, right? But so we can see them live, right? Because it's a live show. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many famous people come on their show.
Right on.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I follow them on social media just because they do have such a good show, and they do really good work. So yeah, if anybody's looking for some interesting stuff, they have a lot of really cool people on their show. So
but our show's good too, okay? And we're so good that we don't need special people.
Yeah, but they
oh, fuck off.
No, I mean, like they have a great show. They have a great show. They have a lot of intelligent shit where we actually don't have intelligent shit. But
we just don't have any of that. It doesn't exist in our realm.
So in my younger days, I used to be a bit of a compiler geek myself, and it's pretty interesting. I given the time, I pop into it. But they're doing really well. So check it out if you're listening on Facebook or YouTube or Reality Radio 101.com. And it's very insightful.
So Gary, get that starter come in while we have the COVID thing. So it'll be a call-in, and Terry will not be able to see her.
Yeah.
So that's not even fair. You don't even know who I'm talking about, Heiko.
No, that's true.
You'd want to see her too.
Yeah.
You know what we could do, Gary, if you want to talk to them, we could probably get one of the geeks on one night and just, instead of a shameless plug let's hear about the show. I think that would be great. Because we have thousands of listeners on Reality Radio, and they have several thousand more, so it's probably not a bad idea.
yeah, they do very well, actually.
So you got a balance of intelligent.
So maybe we should go on their show.
We should. You got intelligent shit, and then you got goofing off, right? Like
that's right. Yeah, that would be an interesting mix.
Yeah,
the geeks meet the meatheads.
Yeah,
that could be a whole show on its own.
They've had so many cool people, and you remember the guy. Remember the dojo, the guy who was the jerk and Karate Kid who taught, he was the instructor. I forget his name.
No. He had the what the hell was the name of his dojo? Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking. He's actually in a new commercial right now, and I think he's got another. They've got a series of that show. I think the Karate Kid.
Cobra Kai.
He's in it.
Cobra Kai.
That's it, Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
That was his dojo.
The guy's name is, he's the one who was teaching all the kids to do the wrong thing. That
absolutely.
Right.
Well, his son was on a few weeks ago, talking about a movie he's doing now with his dad, that guy.
Yeah.
And it was pretty interesting. And so the geeks were asking them a lot of questions about, your dad pretty much came across as a dick on those movies, and everything else. And the kid goes, the son, who's in his 30s now, the son goes, you know what? My father is the nicest guy in the world in real life. Yeah. And he goes, when people saw him for years after that movie, out in restaurants and in the public domain, they all wanted to kick his ass.
Yeah.
And he said, first of all, my dad's not a karate guy, but second of all, just because, that attitude of teaching those kids that, hurt them, go for it, and Mr. Miyogi and all that crap.
Yeah.
and he used to have to sit there and really defend himself and say, dudes, I'm only acting the part.
Yeah.
It's not
And
me,
that just
man."
goes to show what kind of actor he is, right? Like I always, like you watch shows and some of these people are just, you're like, God, I can't wait for that person to die in the show or
Yeah.
something, right?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, that just goes to show the kind of acting skill they really have for you to
Yeah.
physically hate them, right?
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
that-
For sure.
yeah.
So
So
I thought that was
It's-
pretty cool that this guy told that story, you know.
yeah, I wonder.
yeah, that's awesome.
I wondered though if anybody's actually walked up to him and tried to do the crane move, right?
Yeah.
I know that's my go-to move when I get into, fisticuffs at the bars. I just go right to the crane.
If I
It's a
kick
drunken
right now,
crane, so I'm
hang
kind
on.
of stumbling over.
If I kick right now, the table's going over. So yeah.
Right.
I got some emails
Oh.
for you guys whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
get out.
Do
ready.
this.
Okay, so
Fire
Chad
away,
writes-
buddy.
Thanks. Chad writes, and by the way, folks, if you do write in, if you don't mind, let us know where you're writing from. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Chad writes,
We
in,
wanna
he
stalk
says,
you.
guys, that was a very, very, very interesting story about that speeder. What was that guy thinking, man? You know, when he
Yeah,
goes,
ridiculous.
he says when he goes in front of a judge, that guy should put him away for at least a year. The judge would have the option to do that because there's so many charges against this kid right now from what I'm reading in the paper. So that's from
Oh.
Chad. Sharon says,
Yeah.
hello, sexy bitches. This is from
Who?
Sharon. Sharon L. She doesn't say where she's from. She just says in all caps, hello, sexy bitches. You know, and by the way,
Sexy
guys, if you want me to
motherfucker.
forward these emails to you so you can read them, you can do that as well, right? So Bert writes in, he says, no,
Gary,
I'm
Gary,
not-
Gary, one sec. So
Yeah.
that would be great if you sent me the emails because you can't see behind Terry's because he's blotted it out and he shut all the lights off behind him. But he's got this recliner with a box of Kleenex
Oh,
and some hand cream,
Fuck's
right?
sake.
And he will take those, all right, and relax after the show and go through them.
Can
in
you
detail.
just fucking zip it so Gary can read the emails,
Well,
you sick
the
bastard?
only other thing is, we don't want to do anything on all seriousness, third parties. You don't ever want to notify these people unless they ask for something, because then it's soliciting, right? So we don't want to do that.
Right.
So what are we notifying who? What? Sorry.
So in other words, if we get some emails, even if you wanted to write them back and say, hey, thanks for listening, this and that, unless they give you permission to do that,
Yeah,
considered
that's
third-party
spamming.
soliciting. So we don't want to do that.
And you know what?
Right.
It's
So we can't be sending out dick pics is what
No,
Gary's
I
saying.
I
Yeah.
don't mean that because I know you guys wouldn't do that, but that's why they get deleted immediately in our software just
Yeah.
because of that.
Yep.
oh, I get it. Yeah.
Okay?
So
So,
we
yeah.
can't absorb a mailing list and then just go back and
not unless they request to be on one.
Well, yeah, but can't you put that disclaimer that if you want to continue getting emails
You
from
can.
Terry
Yeah.
Code? But yeah,
All right. Let's just get back to the emails. We'll discuss that
Right,
after.
So yeah, so I'll read these right now, and then in a future show,
Okay.
if you want me to forward them, I can.
So what Bert have to say?
Bert says, "I'm not the friend of Ernie." That's his first line. He says, "But I
Oh.
love you guys. You're very talented. Think you're hilarious. I'm sitting here with a cold beer and enjoying the show." That's from Bert.
do you
That's
lather
what-
up with
Me too.
Vaseline?
I'm sitting here with a cold beer, a bunch of times tonight.
So when
it's
I hear
good.
Bert, it's a great name actually, but it's not very common anymore, right? Because when I hear Bert, I think of Burt Reynolds in that, especially when he was wearing the cowboy hat and Vaselining the whole, and wearing the cowboy boots and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
What
it's
the fuck?
great scene. So
Nice.
You got Mike
Keep
M,
going.
who writes in. He's from Toronto. He says, "WTF is going on with this weather? This is insane.
yeah,
I think we broke
Yes.
some records. I have never remembered. I'm 48 years old and never ever remembered it being this cold in May."
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, I
it-
think Mother Nature's drunk, and
No, she's
she's in
high.
quarantine as well.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's high.
Or I, maybe both. I'm not judging. It's all good.
Well, that's a good point because I guess COVID doesn't like the sun, but I don't know. Who knows?
What the fuck?
No, it's no. I guess I've heard
Explain
things
that to
about.
the people that have it in Australia.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, at first it was like it was a cold weather thing, but it could that probably aligned with flu season. But yeah, it's pretty
Okay,
horrible.
Gary,
And
got any more?
yeah, we got four more.
All right.
Oh,
keep going.
shit. Let's get through these. Awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Tyler writes in and says, listening to the show, however, I don't hear any acoustic guitar.
Ah,
I was waiting
I'll
for
go
that.
grab it.
Okay.
You're not going to tonight either, my friend. I'm sorry.
Why not?
All right. Sam T writes in, and I believe this is a lady because at the end she signs her name Samantha.
Sammy T.
But
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sam.
Sam T
That's a
says,
sexy
hello,
name. How
gentlemen.
you
I
doing?"
love your show. I've been listening the last few weeks. It's funnier than hell. And that's from Samantha.
Wow.
glad you're listening.
Samantha.
I love that name, by the way.
Me
yeah.
too.
Ralph writes in and says, I listened to you guys last week and I'm listening to you, of course, now. I think this is one of the best shows I ever listened to on internet radio. And that's from Ralph.
Fuck yeah.
Somebody's paying
Thanks,
somebody,
and
but
thanks,
thanks for
and-
that reel or
and
not.
Ralph-
Yeah, I don't care.
Hey.
I don't care. Pay whoever. I'd love
Yeah.
to hear that shit.
Ralph's got a
And-
pretty sick name, doesn't he?
Mm.
What?
And Susan
Jeez.
R.
Oh,
writes,
got a
fuck.
sick name?
That took me a minute.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Terry. Sorry.
okay.
I know
and
why
your last
I know
one,
why the ratings went up when we came on, Terry.
Hey, stop interrupting Gary. He's trying to read.
Yeah, knock it off, jackass.
Whatever.
Susan R. writes in and she says, hello, gentlemen. Can't wait to see everyone perform again at the clubs. I miss going. That's one of my favorite pastimes. I hate it that everything's closed. And that's from Susan
Yeah.
R. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
us
Susan,
too.
Johnny is performing as we speak,
Yep, exactly.
now. so enjoy it.
Yep, exactly.
What?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
this is our
Oh,
stage
fuck.
now, right?
yeah.
Well,
Suck
wherever
it.
there's a microphone, Ringo's performing. Trust me when I say that.
You got it. Put a
It doesn't
microphone.
even have to be his show
No.
or even him welcomed on the
No,
stage.
no.
He will find a way up there by the end of the night. I've
Mhm.
seen it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you have a couple times maybe.
I know I have. Every
Give me an
time we're out,
example
the
of that, Terry.
microphone shows up. I'm surprised you don't walk around with a microphone just
Well,
in case.
Well, I do have a microphone.
Oh, fuck. I know you got one, but I'm surprised you don't carry it around with you.
No, I got my
That's my
cell phone.
point.
I mean, hey, I've got a
So
voice.
I'm just noticing on Facebook here, you got something here, Bobby Cousins. Any music yet, boys? Didn't dig the followaways. What about getting them or the Wild on?
Yeah, you know what? I went on the followays. Some of the
I like
the videos.
that.
They're
Cool.
they're cooking. So here's the thing, guys. Fans and peoples out there. We wanted to get all this technical BS sorted out. So I think this week,
And
hopefully,
it's just not happening.
no, but this week, hopefully, like Gary's got tools. We've got tools. I think we've got if we sound great tonight, then what we're going to do now is start inviting guests again. And when you're talking about the Geek Squad, I guess, or not Geek Show or whatever, we've got some
Hard.
pretty interesting guests. Like I was in Vegas not too long ago and talked to some folks that work with they're one of some evaluators on things like Pawn Stars and all of that. So we said, hey, you know what? Would you be interested in being on the show? And absolutely, so we need to kind of circle back. We had a guest teed up for a couple, I think it was a couple of shows ago, and we just found too many glitches in the technology. So just aligning it, not the technology itself. So we got, I think
That's really what the problem is.
we're
for
ironed
sure.
out though, right?
Yeah,
Well,
we got the hammer.
Well,
and
we'll
banged
see.
out
Well,
all
we'll
the things.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because I stepped into this tonight, and as soon as I was brought in, I kind of fucked everything up. So
Yeah,
well,
you did.
Yeah.
But I switched over, and we'll see how it sounds, and I'm fine doing it the way we're doing it now. I just don't know how it's sounding
Well,
on
it sounds,
both ends.
well, first of all, what your phone sounds amazing. So whatever you're talking on right now, before you were like, hello, 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 hello. This is
Yeah, I
Jerry.
know, I was
You know,
brutal. I thought I should be on acid when we started, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
so whatever you're doing now, it's probably not the cool thing like the computer like Terry's on. Excuse me, like Johnny's on, Johnny Ringo, because you're not on it. You're on a phone. So, it sounds amazing.
Well, Terry sounds great here. I'm looking at him on the screen, listening to the audio, it sounds good. But yeah, like technology or not, let's face it, Gary, Code and Heiko just aren't ever going to sound as good as me because I've got a voice of an angel, right?
Fuck
We've
sake.
had this discussion.
Yeah, that's
I just threw up in my mouth.
Did you?
Yeah, I threw up in my pants, so figure that one out.
You should
You know,
bottle that, man.
Linda does sound good. I mean, he sounds really good on his system. He really does. But you guys,
Yeah.
you know, as far as I'm telling you right now, as far as people listening around the world, the way they're hearing the two of you, it's just like you're in the studio here.
Good,
So
good.
it's clean
Right
and
on.
crisp and loud enough. So it's good.
So Bobby Cousins says, "Don't you always step in and f shit up?"
I'm assuming you're talking to me, and yeah, I kind of do. It's my job here on the Heikadelic show. I got to keep everyone else on their toes.
Yeah.
So just so Heiko knows, because he's on a soup can and a string, but like we've got a lot of Facebook comments right now, and one of the things that we've been talking about is how to manage that, because you know, like it's hard for us to focus on the show and all of that, and in the studio, Gary, you know, reads emails and everything else, which is awesome. So we're going to try and figure a plan out to make them a little more current, because you know I'm getting feedback that, oh well, hey, I posted something and didn't show up until 10 minutes later on the live show. And you know, you can post all night long to the live show, but whether it hits the screen or not, that's a little more selective on our part. And honestly, we get long-winded things that we can't, it would take up the whole screen, and then the other things are some stuff we just can't post. But now, Terry, you mentioned earlier about we're getting text. What's happened is it looks like our Facebook feed is picked up closed caption, and
Right,
it's
yeah,
interpreting that. So it's okay,
which is weird because it interprets it poorly, right?
Well,
So
it does. It's kind of comical
show
to
on
watch.
its
But
own.
I'll have to go in and we'll figure that out some other night, or some other time. But
I
it
don't
does.
care that it's there. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
It goes over Heiko's face on the screen, so it kind of animates him, makes him look a little more alive. So it's good.
Yeah, so let's
It's
just
all good.
leave it.
And then when you guys say something, our fans can look at the screen and go, yeah, he really did fucking say that.
Yeah. Well, actually, Heiko.
So that's really, I think it was done on purpose. You know what? I'm going to take credit for this. I did it. I set it up so now Heiko looks alive. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, actually, it looks like
shit.
he's typing this
See
shit
that?
out. Like he's got that profile where he's sitting at a keyboard.
I'm actually typing. I'm not touching myself. I'm typing right now.
Exactly. Hey, Tara, noticed your shirt. Tears. Is that a Tears of a Deity shirt?
Fucking right it is.
I've
I was
seen one
waiting
at-
for that and it took forever.
Wow.
I bought it at the dump.
Did
Fuck
you buy
you,
that
I
one?
bought it at the dump.
Okay, here's fun fact.
I did.
I
That's
asked,
where we sell them now.
so I went to that
Hey,
dump.
can I buy one there too? Because I don't have one yet.
Dude, I will get you one next time I fucking see you. You just let me know what size.
Can I have a new one?
All right.
And I won't even get it from the dump.
Mine wound up with dog pee on it, and it's at the dump now. Not
No,
sure
it'll
how
just be
it
my
wound up.
pee on it. I sent everything before I send it out.
Right.
Oh, so you're going to get the one from the dump, pee on it yourself, and then give it to Johnny.
Right.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I pee all of them, even the ones we sell at shows. They've all been pre-pissed on, so it's good.
Yeah.
I like to send my shit before I send it out.
Yeah.
Straight from the dump.
Oh, totally off topic here. Gary, you there?
I am here.
I was going to ask you, how's your family and everybody doing in New York? Is it lightening up there a little bit, or
It is,
still-
but it's still a mess. It still is a mess. There's a lot of social distancing going on, and you know, a lot of crap going on. But thank God, right now they're all healthy. So yeah.
Okay.
So actually, gee, on that same topic, I was hearing, is there something? Like, there's something going on with like mass burials and stuff in New York, or is that just bullshit?
No, well, as far as I know, that's BS. It's not
Okay.
it's what they refer to, because that was the hardest hit in the country. So you had the most people dying. So when they were burying people, it wasn't like normally 1,000, burials a day. It was more like 5,000 burials a day. So that's probably what they mean by mass burial.
Is it?
All right.
So
They made it sound like they were literally like just fucking digging holes like in the Holocaust and just throwing bodies in or some shit, right?
No.
I was like, what the fuck?
No, that.
Okay, well, that's good.
No.
That's good then.
well, yeah. you can't believe everything that's on the internet, right? So I just tried to lighten up things
I
by
tried
changing my
to.
glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he likes to look like an asshole to change things up. So that's what he's doing.
You guys got an email from Derek, whatever.
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
I was wondering
so-
where the fuck he was.
Yeah, so he says, "Hey guys, I'm Derek from Crotch Lake, Ontario.
Oh, there we
Nice.
go.
I've had a couple of cars that went fast. Once you get going over 250 kilometers an hour, so I've heard, you really have to worry about your car lifting and floating over the road. But what a rush it is. The way
my
you
God.
get caught
I'll bet.
is the radio is quicker than the car or traffic. Is tonight the night we hear MCM and Toad play acoustic?"
Oh, you fucker. I knew you were going to say that to you, Fred.
Hey, when are we
God bless.
cracking open another beer?
I just heard you do that, so you're good.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah, that's that. I wouldn't. That was kind of what we were discussing earlier with that car. Like Ringo was saying, like, I'm pretty sure you have to start worrying about your car falling apart too,
I think
right? So, but yeah, I could totally see that. Like, could you imagine hitting like a puddle or something? Fuck, your hydroplane would just shoot you right off the road.
Yeah.
Right? I'd just be wild.
Yeah, and there's a lot of structural issues there, right? That's one of them. You could get so much lift under there. Gary said, airplanes take off at a slower speed.
Right.
But
now, because I was gonna say, I was gonna make the point that was if a car can reach that speed, it was designed to reach that speed, but that's not necessarily true because, like you said, there could be aftermarket shit in that car, right?
Right. And look at a Formula. Right?
So then, therefore, it's not designed to reach that speed.
Right.
I'm not a car guy. I'm just saying. I don't know this stuff. I don't give
No.
a fuck about cars as long as it gets me from A to B.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You know what?
cost
It's
me
obvious you don't know
millions
much about
of dollars.
cars. You were afraid to drive my truck one day.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Terry, when you got your car, remember that? I think I asked you, was it when we were up, where was it now? It's somewhere in Northern
Did you have
Ontario.
a trailer on it? Because no, I won't back it in. I don't fucking back. I don't drive with trailers.
I think
I've never
it
done
was, we were in Ottawa or Sudbury or wherever. I think on that little tour, and I said, "Hey, want to get my truck?" No. Why not? Well,
I was probably drunk.
no, it was the
Yeah, that
next
happens
day.
sometimes with you, doesn't it?
Occasionally it does.
Right. Actually, sometimes you get drunk into the next day. And we did that last week, right? 5 a.m.
There might be some truth to this, yes.
Yeah, there's lots.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? There's tons of truth there. And I've been drinking a little more than I ever
A
have.
little more. Holy fuck. I've never seen you drink like this.
I'm almost
Welcome
out of
aboard.
beer, actually. I think I got about 6 cans left. So
Nice. Do you
Well,
say you only got
people-
6 cans left? Holy fuck,
Yeah.
that's only going to get us through the next half hour.
Heiko, what about you? What are
If
you
you
doing
plan
up at the Heiko Ranch? Are you you guys are
I'm just throwing another log on the fire.
Yeah, but
as
you
we
can't
speak.
say that because we also have a fire ban, right? Or no? Let's not
No,
discuss
they
that.
don't. They lifted it.
Allegedly, there is
He's
no
saying
fire.
It's in his, no, it's in his. It's inside his house. It's in his insert.
It's in his pants.
So
Yeah.
The fire exists.
But
in your
I heard
pants.
they actually lifted that ban
The
as
fire
well
ban
recently.
was lifted May the 4th.
Be with you. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Wow, that
So-
was quick for me.
Do any of us have our favorite song on cue there so I can open another drink?
I do.
I don't have
You been-
shit.
You've been waiting for that?
And all of our
I'm sorry to hear that if you have been.
No, God no. I
Because I
started early today.
Terry, you got a beer
Yeah,
there?
I get a text from Heiko. Yeah, so I couldn't wait for the show to start. I've already started drinking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that boy, me
See,
too.
that's fair. Well, none of us are driving, so that's all good.
No,
I know, isn't that awesome?
I just got to walk upstairs, mind you. I've fallen down them many times, so that still could be disastrous for me.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, I knocked myself out down here quite a few years ago. I might have been high at the time, early morning.
That was
down the
Saturday
stairs
night.
and missed the bottom stair.
That was like 2
no,
nights
this
ago.
was quite a few years ago.
I thought you said you puked,
And
fell and passed out
I
or
missed the-
something.
No, I missed the fucking bottom stair, went head first in the concrete wall at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, nice.
Out cold.
God. Oh my
I've
God.
fallen down every flight of stairs in my house. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I hate my
Well,
house
maybe-
unless I've fallen down all the fucking stairs.
Wow. Okay, well, here's to you and here's to all our listeners. I'm opening my drink now. Everybody.
Let's do this.
Cheers.
Woo, cheers, bitches! Nice.
All right.
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. God, I remember that damn show.
Yep.
You want me to play a little bit longer in the song so you can hear that?
No,
I think we're good.
Don't.
We're good.
All right, listen, I just had a pizza and wings delivered, touchless. And I'm gonna go up in the galley and grab some shit, and I'll be right back down.
Are you gonna?
Okay, buddy. Enjoy.
How are you gonna touchless wings? So you're not gonna touch your wings.
Oh, well,
So how the fuck is he gonna share that with us?
Okay, wait a minute. So Gary just left to go for a leak, right? Instead of going during the previous show, and now he's going to have lunch, right?
Now let me
Right.
dinner.
Fuck these assholes.
Next it'll be, hey, I got to go upstairs and have sex.
No. Let me explain this. I got a trade with Pizza Nova.
Okay.
And they're doing some advertising here, so
nice.
They wouldn't go with the money thing, so I said let's go with the food thing.
Yeah. Well, where's our fucking wings, right?
Yeah, send them here too.
Ringo's getting a little hungry here.
I put my order in, and they just delivered it a few minutes ago with everything I wanted. Just rang the doorbell and took off.
Nice. Well, you know what? Uber, right? I love
That's my
Uber
kind of
Eats.
Nicky Nine Doors. Just saying.
I'll be back.
Where they actually knock and just leave shit and fuck off.
Well, that's what it's boiled down to now.
We used to do that when we were younger. We actually left a shit. And
that's on fire.
You've done it too, haven't you?
There might be some truth to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't recommend.
Unfortunately, I was really stupid as a child. And it was my own doorstep. But whatever.
And then you freaked out and put it out yourself too?
I did. Yeah, I had to throw those shoes out.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous, actually. I was never that bright.
Oh my God.
So
people don't do that shit anymore, do they?
I don't think so. There's too many cameras on people's front houses now. It's like you don't like, the days are gone where you would call people and do crazy shit over the phone. Like I remember doing that shit. You wouldn't do that no more because everyone's got call display now and shit, right? But so you don't get any of that. But
yeah.
Didn't something like that happen just a couple months back? The neighbors were having an argument about the newspaper and stuff, and the one guy came over and just shit on the neighbor's front porch on his newspaper.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's not neighborly at all. I have to say though,
it happened.
I have to say that I used to live on a corner lot not too long ago. I think when did I sell that place? I don't know. August? No, November. Sorry. Anyway, November. So living on a corner lot, you're thinking you're getting that extra space. Yeah, for dogs to shit on your lawn. And and the other thing is, okay, not my kids are, or my kid is older now, an adult, but I'm still paying school tax and everything else. And it's like, wow, when does this end? However, I also had to pay for like all the kids converging on the corner lot, my corner lot, to cross and all of that. And it's like, oh, that's cool. The thing is, I would go out every morning and shovel everybody's fucking driveway, about 5, maybe 6 of them. And you know what? Never failed. I would always get a complaint from the city saying I didn't salt, I missed the sidewalk, and my sidewalk was a boulevard, right? It was pretty lengthy. So that was frustrating as hell. So as appealing as a corner lot is, you're just going to get a bunch of people shitting on your or dogs shitting on your lawn. So I had a tree line. So what they would do is they would bag the shit, right? They didn't have to throw it on my doorstep. They throw it into my tree line. So there'd be, bags and bags of dog shit in my tree line. And that's what I was paying the extra premium for being on it. Yeah. You're eating chicken wings. Listen, Gary, I've always said, Wow. You got Cokes too? You getting? Oh man. Yeah. Well, I was in the studio one night and I remember ordering pizza. I said, "Hey Gary, what if I got a pizza?" Oh fuck yeah. So yeah. It's love to join you. But here's the thing, Gary. You gotta remember, right? There's pretty honorable ways to die, but choked out from a chicken wing is not one of them. So just eat them carefully because you're probably inhaling them right now, like I would. You know what? In fact, what we're going to do is have a chicken wing eating contest some night while we're back, when we come back to the studio. And yeah, I love chicken wings. Oh, God. Right. There you go. Yeah.
And that's what it's called. And they actually said it. I had 4 o'clock. I had it here like by 9.
Really?
Yep.
Let's totally do that. Because, yeah, you have your own pizzeria. I forgot you mentioned that.
Yeah, call Martino.
I'd
Well, you guys aren't afraid of flying.
No.
I'm down on flying.
Can I be drunk before we get on the plane?
No, it's a federal law, man.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
No, I can't even do it privately. No, it's a law.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
All right, I'll drive.
But anyways, yeah, I just want you
can't
guys to
drink
know.
doing that either.
Don't ask me for any emails for a few minutes because I'm engrossed here.
You're busy.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse than farting around with your keyboard and getting chicken grease and hot sauce all over the place, right?
But here's something I want you to hear. Listen up, guys.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ice cold Coke. Yeah.
Oh.
Ice cold Coke. Chicken wings.
I didn't hear the song.
It's like, Gary.
I didn't hear the song.
Very good. Very
Do you have
nice.
dip for those chicken, like some garlic dip or something like that?
My wife.
Holy fuck, Ringo's drooling at the mouth right now. I can see it. It's just like dripping off his chin on Facebook.
Oh, I'd love to join you right now, but
Yeah, for sure. I'd love you guys to join me. But I got a question for Heiko. Did you get that restaurant, that burger joint? Because if not, I'm going after it, brother.
Yeah, no, I got him. We're just going through a couple of things, and it's all good to go.
Excellent, man.
You say that like
I'm working on some other ones too.
You say that like we did a
Speaking of
drive-by and threw him in the van or something, and we got him. We got him.
I got him. He ain't talking anymore, but I got him.
I have
we got to actually make a trip out there because I'd like to. You had me sitting here, the one night, and I was starving by the time we got off the air from all the shit that place makes. It just sounds amazing.
Plugged them hard there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Country Stop Burgers.
Chicken fingers.
And it was funny because Alana and I were out today in Newmarket, and we're starting to head back home. And she looks at me and she goes, "I'm hungry."
Hey, Gary.
No, hon, I'm not having a stranger satisfy you 3 weekends in a row.
Right.
Yeah, I can't have that.
No.
Taking a weekend off. You'll get satisfied by him again next weekend.
Gary, I must say that I guess someone in the house heard me or heard you talking about chicken wings. And you know what I'm eating right now?
What are you eating? I don't know what that
A
is.
chicken finger.
That's crunchy.
Yeah, chicken fingers aren't the same. Okay.
You know what?
So let's not even go there.
Hey, I can imagine I'm
You know
sucking
it.
off a bone right now, right? So.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? That wouldn't surprise me either.
Look at that. Another chicken finger.
Holy fuck.
Hey, I found something out all through this COVID thing.
Uh-oh.
Right? Now, Hugh Hefner became a multimillionaire by staying home in his pajamas. Well, I'm not getting the same results. It's not working for me.
No, he's kind of my hero. It's not working for me either, to be honest with you.
Heiko. First of all,
I haven't turned it up a notch. I'm not even wearing pajamas.
no, you're not wearing anything there. We know that, right?
I'm not from the waist down, so that's why I haven't stood up.
Yeah, but
I mean, they wouldn't see it
you got the
anyways. It
reverse
just looks
thong
like I'm
on,
wearing.
right? So,
Well, yeah, that's true.
you know what I'm going to have on next week?
Maybe.
So if you go to the Heikadelicshow.com, you can actually order these cool spandex gym shorts or sports shorts, and they say the
You're gonna be
Heikadelic Show
wearing those?
likes to get dirty at 9:30. I'll have mine on next week.
Yeah, the women's spandex shorts.
Yeah. So what? I'm comfortable.
I'm not judging. I want to see it.
Yeah,
I'm all for
I
it.
will. I'll have Monday, maybe the following Monday, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, because you got to order them, right?
Yeah, I got to order.
Well,
them.
I still think it's a great idea, and I think we could even dedicate the whole show to this.
Yeah,
and we'll maybe get a couple camera angles so you can just model them for us. I think it's brilliant.
Right.
Wow.
I think it is.
I mean, our Facebook may go to nothing, but whatever.
So anyway, back to Heiko's comment. So Heiko, the difference is that, you might be stringing around in a robe and stuff like that on your soup can and a string up in your north here, but on your big property, right? Next to the house, and you got a big hot tub out there, right? So you need to have a grotto, and you need to have a bunch of really gorgeous women. Well, you got one, obviously, but you need to have a whole bunch of gorgeous women hanging out at the grotto, right? And then you got to have rock stars.
Hang on, let me stop you there.
Like ourselves.
Because the next big point is I need to be invited to this.
Well, of course. That's why I was getting. If you'd have let me finish, I was saying rock stars like myself.
I just didn't think you were going to include me in it because you're a prick. I get it.
No. I said rock stars like myself, and maybe Terry Code here from Tears of a Deity.
Yeah, it took you. Yeah, look at that. And see, that was painful for him to actually say that. I can tell by looking at his face.
That wasn't me. I didn't say it. I'll never admit to it. And look at this. I got mashed potatoes right here.
Well, up here we have lots of farmers' daughters, so that's a good thing.
Hey, now I like that.
It's just getting weird.
Farmers' daughters are awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, we just had a fan send us a text, and it says, "Fuck off! You guys are making me hungry."
I know, right? See, the code isn't eating anything, and the reason the code isn't eating anything because he's, poor.
You know what? Gary just sent me a picture of his
Mm.
pizza.
Of course he did.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I've gotten any text from him, so that's good. Oh, mind you, my phone's behind me, so.
2 slices of pizza and a couple of wings all sitting on a plate.
Oh, he did text me too.
So I was out and about.
Oh, fuck.
I was out and about today.
Thanks, Gary. You're the best.
So earlier today.
Fuck, that looks awesome. I'm not going to lie.
I probably have it, right? So I got to look for it.
Oh, yeah, he sent it to all of us. Gary's really going out of his way here right now.
We got to, we were talking about this new sponsor we have. But anyway, I dropped into this burger place in Ajax, Ontario, and it's called Retro. And I've never eaten there. And so, of course, I go in. They have a very controlled takeout, I guess, quarantine-friendly access. So it was very, very comfortable that way. So hats off to them for that. And also, that's the first time I've had that burger, and it's a grilled burger. And honestly, I've been out at the Ringo Ranch for so long now that I haven't been doing the takeout thing or anything like that. And I was just amazed. It was the best burger and it wasn't because I haven't had burgers, but it was awesome. So I was back 20 minutes later for another one. And it was just amazing. So there's a lot of, support your local small businesses out there and takeout, and just make sure that the protocol's safe and you're doing the right thing and keeping your social distancing. But see, I have a question about that. If you can go back and get another burger, they can't be that good because you had to have 2 to satisfy yourself. No, you know what? Honestly, I was stuffed after, and then okay. So do we want to get into the Ringo rant now?
Let's do it. Oh, hang on. Can Gary give
Gary has to,
he's probably busy right now.
He's probably busy right
now.
Okay, that's right. When you're finished chewing, when you're finished sucking the meat off the bones, and wash your hands.
Introduce it.
Wash your hands.
Well, I can do it right now. Okay.
No, we'll wait.
No, I'm good.
No, Gary.
Yeah, no rush.
Go finish.
We'll wait.
No, we'll wait.
No, I'm good.
No, we'll wait. You're good.
Oh, you guys. Fuck.
Holy shit.
Noise.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
We
Well-
got to put together a soundbite for that with some really funky music, and I can do a real low voice on it. You know,
Yeah. There we
Let's
go.
That'd be
do it.
hilarious. That'd
Yeah.
be hilarious.
Oh, we need to do it. Let's do it.
The Ringo rant on a day when you least expect it. You turn on the radio, you log into a website, and there he is, Johnny Ringo, with the news of the day. It's called the Ringo rant, and it's not a dance. Tune in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, not the legend, Mr.
Right.
Johnny Ringo.
Okay, so here's my rant for this week. Not sure. This affects so many people, and it's tough because if you're in the transport business or delivery or any frontline business, really, that takes you out of your place of business or your house and get you out and about doing things like everything from, I would say, Uber drivers. I shouldn't, just anybody, truckers, this came up a while ago. Where do you go to take a bathroom break? Right. I mean,
Absolutely.
a lot of the,
100%.
let's say the donut shops, everything's drive-through window. Right. And
Yep.
here's how, and it's being safe. Okay. But here's how pathetic it is. You got people walking up to a drive-through window in front of your car. I'm like, this is the most unsafe thing I've ever seen. And I've seen it at major chain donut flipping places and coffee places. So you get, and it's not someone on a bicycle. Okay. It's someone walking between two major chunks of metal that, you see these people going through the drive-through, and what do people do when they're on the, in a drive-through? They think, oh, it's okay to get on my phone, right? So they got distractions, and they're creeping up. There's so many accidents, bumper to bumper accidents in drive-throughs.
Did
Okay.
you see what happened though, Johnny, about that? About what someone did, just what you're talking about. They didn't have a car and they wanted to go through the drive-through.
Yeah.
And they got a big box and they shaped it like a car and they started walking up. And it's online. You got to see it. And they shaped it like a car.
Yeah.
It's an
You
actual
know
car
what?
made out of cardboard boxes.
I think that's awesome.
Okay.
Just saying.
This is my rant. So here's the thing, Gary, it's a good point, Gary, but I would challenge that box car, right, doesn't meet any safety requirements. So my point is, if the guy behind the walker or the guy behind the cardboard funny car box thinking he's or she is funny, the minute that guy behind or girl or whoever it is, that person behind has a brain fart because they're talking, whatever on a cell phone, they get distracted and they hit the gas pedal, that guy, gal, person is toast, right? And so it bothered me. Like anybody who ever had been in a business that, was conscientious about safety. Safety is very important to me, and especially during these times. But when I watch that, it's like, how can a major corporation allow that to happen? Now, in defense, well, I haven't got a car, I got a bicycle, or I haven't got a car, I walk. Okay. I don't believe in, this environmental, car. Then you know what? Figure out another way. Put like a separate window or maybe like a booth outside to pass these people orders. And I've seen some coffee shops do that. And that's a safe way to do things, I think, but not putting a pedestrian in line to potentially get hit by somebody who's probably using a cell phone behind them. So anyway, my rant started off. That's not even my rant. My rant was, where do you go? No, but where do you go to take a bathroom break? It's a major problem. So I had that issue recently. And it's like, wait a minute, did I just all of a sudden get IBS?
You shit your pants, didn't you?
No, I'm not used to eating out anywhere right now, right? So of course I go out and, I I'm enjoying whatever I got. And all of a sudden it's like, we hit a traffic light and it's like, oh my God, my stomach's going like crazy. And it's like, oh God, this is going to be something that
up on your arms.
Right. So I'm starting to get a meat sweat on my eyebrows. It's like, I've got to find a place to pinch a loaf now. Right. So I don't find the humor in it, but
I do. No better place than your drawers. Just saying.
So we had to call somebody. Exactly. We had to call somebody and say, hey, you know what? I know it's quarantine, but is it okay if we come and use your washroom? And, okay, as long as you keep social distance, we'll leave the door open, right? Some friends. But it's like, okay, so I get the deed done and everything's cool, but I just made it. And I'm thinking, those poor like truck drivers and frontline service people and everything else. It's like, so now, like when I plan to go out, it's like, okay, I need to purge before I go out, first of all. Secondly, I like to take a bigger vehicle, like my truck, because I've got like one of those, what are they called?
So you can shit in the back?
No, cherry buckets or chum buckets or whatever. And you know what? No, legit.
Chum
where are you going to go?
buckets.
Where are you going to go? And if you're an old guy like Heiko, right? Like you've got
side of the road. I just drop my drawers wherever I have to.
Exactly. You're on a big property.
Yeah, this is why the neighbors hate me.
Right.
I pissed on the side of a police car. It doesn't matter. I had to go.
I had to do that a few days ago, right? And so, and I was in Scarborough. All right, Scarborough. There's not a lot of vacant land that you're allowed to go and take a leak on, right? And I'm in a ravine between two houses, like two rows of houses. But anyway, you can imagine. And just think about those people, and I don't know how they do it. I'd love to get maybe a trucker on here. Actually, Terry, one of the guys in your band, is a truck driver, right? Like, so if you got a big super cab on the back, you probably got a potty in there, and that's awesome. But tell us your story.
Johnny, he just shits and pisses himself. But
right.
anyway,
Gary just sent us the picture of the four guys in the cardboard.
Yeah, I just got that.
Talking to the manager.
All right, so that's the end of my rant. But
I can one up that. I can actually one up that. I seen today there was a father and his daughter went through the drive-through in one of those little kiddie cars that the kids drive.
Yep.
You know, the tiny ones. Yeah, he had his daughter driving it through the drive-through, and he was sitting beside her. And they went through.
So, and that's
on top of that, when you were talking about the walk-in and all that shit, the Timmy's behind my house. They actually have a whole walk-in thing that you can do where you come in through the front doors. They've taken like a window out and they've added in almost like a counter with plexiglass and everything. And you can actually walk up and order stuff from there. I thought it was kind of cool.
So
Right.
that picture Heiko just sent, and it's crazy because it's a big, food franchise chain. And there's 4 guys with a box around them, a cardboard box going.
Car.
Yeah, totally a
There's
Flintstone
lot of
car.
Pictures like that.
I bet you they were drunk too, which is the best part of that.
Someone just texted me and said, Johnny, he was in the restaurant you were in when you dumped your load.
Yeah.
And here's what he said. Listen.
Wow.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Well, it was not at
cleared the restaurant.
It wasn't at a restaurant.
Wow.
It was a friend's place that was good enough to open the door and then run out on their own patio deck. But
and stay out there for 2 days.
I did my business and I left. That was it, right? They said, "Hey, I put
Ringo's here. He's not here for a visit. He's here just to shit."
Exactly. It's like, hey, sorry, I haven't seen you in months, but
yeah, good to see you.
I'm gonna do my business and leave. But they were good enough to set up some, fresh linens and stuff. So, and then I'm like, okay, I got to get to my destination because I feel like round 2 is coming up. But no, I wasn't at I was not at a restaurant because that's the thing, right? What restaurant is going to let you go in, right? I was good enough. Someone in a small restaurant was good enough to actually let me use their facilities about maybe 2 months ago. Down by the bar
before COVID started.
Well, no. It was just on the onslaught of it, but I had gone there a lot. Fish place down by Terra, where the bar we like to go to. or you know.
Oh, gotcha. I know where
we
that
used to
is.
go to.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, and if you know people, great. But they're not going to let the general public do this, right? And it's bad. So you got to plan that into your day. If you're going to go on an
Which is
excursion.
weird. Like nowadays, I find that super strange where everything that we used to take for granted, something as simple as just going to a grocery store, grabbing a couple items.
Yeah.
That's not literally a 5-minute job anymore.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
I literally drive around the fucking city trying to find the shortest lineup to get in now. And that is some bullshit, because I am one that absolutely despises lineups of any kind.
Yeah.
So I'm almost willing to starve so I don't have to stand in that fucking line. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I only have one store I go to, and I buy everything I need there, and that's the LCBO. I'm good.
Yeah, mine's the beer store. I literally this week I literally, like, my son was impressed with the amount of empty beer cans we had accumulated in the back room over here. It was ridiculous. And I took in, the first day I took in, there's about 160 cans. That was just the first day.
Oh, we're actually taking them?
Yeah, well, some beer stores are and some aren't. I just know where they are, so I'll like drop them off and, you know, whatever, right? But yeah, man, like I was like, oh, finally, because this is starting to look like that picture Derek put up on our Facebook about the code house during this time.
Yeah.
It wasn't far off from that. I'm not going to lie.
No, those beer can deliveries that you did, returns, that was quite, what was it, 160 cans or something? And that was just one weekend. So,
wow, nice,
yeah, that was Sunday night actually.
Yeah, yeah. So what we've been, yeah,
yes, sir.
Do we have any more? Do we have any more emails, my friend?
We do.
All right.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Amanda writes in and she says, "Hello, gentlemen. I love your show. Funny, funny, funny. Can't wait till the weather breaks. I live in Burlington, Ontario."
Nice.
From Amanda.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much, Amanda. That's awesome.
Anthony writes in. He says, "You guys got me really, really hungry right now, and I don't have any money to order out."
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
send us your email and code EMT or something.
yeah.
Why do you have to throw me in there like that?
You know,
And your
Ringo's the only one in this group of three that has money.
I don't have money.
Right. If Gary has any leftover pizza, we'll Uber it over.
That's right.
Right. And Jackie writes in, and Jackie says, "Hey guys, looking forward to getting outside, not only when it gets warmer, but when this virus thing is done. My husband and I love listening to you. You're funny and creative. God bless all of you." And that's from Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you so much, Jackie. We're glad you're still listening. That's great. And I you know what? I'm waiting for it too. I'm so tired of this shit. Like everybody. And the thing is, I still have, like, I'm not stuck at home every day. I still have a job I got to go do. And so as much as it's, I used to complain, oh, fuck, I got to go to work. At the end of the day, like, Jesus, right now, I consider myself fortunate. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
is that it, Gary?
Any more, Gary?
Yes, that's it.
Nope,
that's it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Okay.
We're caught up. So we have somebody on that comments on our, I guess, Facebook, and there's a lot of, it's quite wordy, and sometimes I'm not sure what we're trying to say there, but if you're
and confusing,
I hate to ask people to do this, but if you're going to put a comment and you want it up on this, keep it short if you can. It's more likely to hit the live screen. But absolutely comment and keep sending the emails, and that's awesome. And for those who aren't really sure what goes on here, we're on primarily on the reality radio 101.com, and you can listen live audio, and then we've got some streams coming out through Facebook and through YouTube and some other things that we'll be doing in a bit, but there's a variety of sources to engage and participate with the show. So, and if you have a soup can and a really long string, you can tap into
Heiko.
HeikoNet. HeikoNet.
perfect. Now you guys are talking.
I think Heikadelic our new sponsor.
Heikadelic.
Yeah. Save your soup cans and save your string.
The internet connection that you want, starting at $9.99 per week. Heikadelic will get you there and get you there fast. Need fast internet connection? We'll use a rope instead of a string. And the bigger the can, we have it all for you. We use only the finest Campbell's soup cans thrown out inside of dumpsters. We don't mess around. We have the best equipment, the best service, and the best internet for anyone. It's Heikadelic. Call us right now at 000-000-000. Maybe someone will answer.
Absolutely.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah. So our show is so underfunded that we try to do everything on our own, but it's great because we keep getting bigger listenership. And I think your stats, Gary, we're just under 4,000 listeners every week, and that's awesome. So keep it coming.
That's a lot of people, man. Just think about it. You guys have great bands, both of you.
Yeah.
You really do.
Well, and that doesn't include our socials too, right? So now we've got 1,300 on Facebook, right. And then we've got YouTube now, and so it's getting there.
What I was going to say is, you guys both have really good bands, and could you imagine even playing a show with 4,000 people in front of you? How cool that would be!
That'd be awesome.
So
what do you mean, imagine?
Well, imagine
imagine. Yeah. I've never done it.
No,
well,
that's not entirely true. I have done it. I've done way more than that once in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I can't say you haven't done that, but what I was trying to make a point that because you're entertainers, you're talking every week. Let's say you have 4,000 people. That's a lot of people all around the world listening to you. That's a hell of a lot of people. So,
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It beats the 5
and we love that they're here listening to the show and participating. My favorite part is just that right there, the participation, whether it's on Facebook or the emails that come through Reality Radio. Like a lot of nights we don't have to do much, but go off of emails, and that's awesome because the interaction is my favorite part, is being able to interact with people, whether it's Facebook or emails or whatever the case may be. I love that. It is so much fun.
People listening from the other side of the planet, that's so awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. And we did a campaign recently, and we picked up a lot of new Facebook subscribers and likely Reality Radio. But the interesting thing with Reality Radio, it's never gone backwards. It's never been completely flat. We get it could be 40 to 100 plus new listeners every week, and it just keeps going up and up and up. So that's great. And it one fan at a time, right? I mean, do you want to go out and pay for like people that just aren't gonna ever put the engage to the show? No, we've kind of got to where we've got, and we're excited about it because our fans do engage us online, offline. Like a show like this, whether or not we've got a big audience, we've got a bigger audience on Reality Radio, and we get a lot of interactions on our socials because of it. So it's going in the right direction. Keep doing it.
You know why our numbers keep going up though, eh? You know why?
Voice of an angel.
I every couple of hours I go down to the library in town here and I sign on as another user.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Right, yeah, that's what you're doing. Wow, you're quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
fucking day long, man. Back and forth.
It's kind of like having sex with yourself.
That's pretty
right?
epic.
Yeah.
Hey, it's pretty sad though to hear that you guys hear that Jerry Stiller died at 92, eh?
I did. Fuck, I loved him, man.
With Costanza, right?
He was on
King of Queens, right? Costanza. Yeah, he was brilliant. The guy was just so much fun to watch. And just a wild man. Like, he stole so many scenes, and anything that he worked on, he was brilliant. He was so much fun.
Yeah, like a support actor stealing the show, right? Kind of like this show.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ringo.
And he did it.
Yeah.
Always. Oh, fuck, Ringo. For Christ's sake. I caught that, by the way. Fuck.
Oh, well.
Jesus.
Look, I'm not a narcissist.
You kind of are.
Not really. I'm confident.
I'm not really. I just play one on the radio.
Exactly. I'm not like this in person. Not at all.
And in my band and every other aspects of life.
Well, that's the thing. When you're a performer, though, you're performing, right? So, who knows if Johnny Ringo is
So
my real
explain
name?
why
Who
you're
knows?
always performing, no matter where you are. Then
No, I mean there are lulls in between. Like when I was taking that dump, right?
yeah, when you're sleeping.
Well, you got to commit to whatever you're doing, right? So, like, even when I borrowed that washroom, it's like, yeah, it's on.
When I borrowed the washroom. What a way to put that. I didn't use your washroom. I borrowed it. And now you're going to need to paint.
Well, you have to commit.
My bad.
Right? So just remember, when you're pulling it, you don't stop halfway through.
No, you don't actually, because you know what?
And
You're
that's
just
really what he had to stop for. It wasn't to drop a deuce; it was to pull it.
no, it wasn't. But Gary, Heiko, you got a point there, because you know what? You're just when you don't complete, you're just upsetting yourself. So what fun is there? Right? I mean, if it happens with your mate, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, or
I don't know. I even disappoint myself. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lot more, I don't know. It's not as disappointing because, you made an effort, right? Sometimes you're not going to, but yeah, when it's yourself. And
I got to say this right now, though. Bobby Cousins, dude, love you, bro. Code steals the show. Fuck yeah, bitches.
Yeah. So send him money now.
I love this guy. He's always on when he's on the show. Just fuck yeah. Love it.
So, Bobby,
and I hope the tattooing is going well, by the way.
The Code Meister is better than the voice of an angel?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll take what I can get. I don't care where it comes from. It's all good to me.
No, we'll go with that. We'll go with that for sure.
Oh, fuck. Oh, this is going to end bad. I can already tell the fact that Ringo just went there.
Buddy.
Yeah, this is over. I'm surprised I'm even still on the screen right now.
Oh, that's right. I could. Okay, wait a minute. Hang on a second. No, I won't mess that up.
Yeah, see everyone on Facebook. I'm out. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So I do have this this little button. I've got a gamer mouse, right? And I don't even know how it's programmed, but I keep hitting my thumb on the side of the mouse, and it kicks me off the screen, button. Right? So that stupid side.
But just so you know, when that happens, it also kicks everything out of Facebook. Like you're gone, like everything. Yeah. Volume, everything. Like you just disappear that part of the show just when that happens.
No, I have that. Just know I have that power.
Oh, I know you have that power, which is why I'm shocked I'm still here.
you're like the
I got the power. So yeah.
Okay, now I got Cousins. I loved you up until this point. I do love Ringo's attitude, though.
Let's put that up on the screen right now.
His attitude comes from his asshole.
If you want to be in the limelight and get up on this live screen right now, just comment about Ringo. You'll get up there. I guarantee.
Exactly.
Because I know the guy.
More comments like that.
Bobby, thanks for that. I do love Ringo's attitude.
Bobby's awesome.
I think Bobby's the only one watching.
God bless you, brother.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think Bobby's the only one watching. Oh no. There's a few viewers actually. And there's some. Yeah, cool. I still don't understand that. Actually, I was watching a buddy performing on acoustic, and he's kind of like a local thing, and up north, and gosh, he had like 300 viewers when he started up. I was pretty amazed, but he plays clubs and all of that, and there's a lot of musicians right now, and it's fabulous to be able to watch all of this, free talent and everything. And it was amazing me when I saw, I saw this, I think it was a Keith Urban video, and whoever's doing that stuff is really awesome. And of course, Keith is pretty amazing in terms of playing multiple instruments and everything. So they had all of these kind of multiples of Keith, kind of like this band of himself. But sounded great, and the video was awesome. I'm like, why can't we get like a fucking show together that our audio's in sync with our video and all of that stuff? So a couple of weeks ago, Mike, we haven't seen Mike in a while because we haven't been in the studio, and Mike was actually doing all of our in studio video, and he's great with that stuff. Invests in a lot of equipment though. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
fuck. I'd say he does.
been to his studio, and it's like
He's got gorgeous
he's got,
equipment.
well, he does. He does. His eyes aren't too bad either, but he's got racks and racks and racks of like computers, right? It's like, holy shit, this is either like NASA or a porn site. I don't know, but yeah, he's pretty
that's
awesome.
what you get for not having a wife and kids. But Derek wrote in too.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Are going through divorces, you know, like we all have.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
have
right?
nothing at that point.
Right.
Yeah, lose one rack to get 10. So yeah,
For sure. Johnny, just let me get Derek's email in here real quick because we only have. Let me look. I'm looking at. You got 5 minutes.
Like
left, so,
5 minutes left.
So
Shit, I
Derek-
better start drinking.
I thought we just started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going by computer time on the stream, so it's
Okay.
125.9 right now. So you got 20 seconds, 21, 22. You got 5 minutes going.
You just want to get back to your wings.
No, I eat them already. Derek writes in. He says, "Hey guys, I'm Derek from Cut and Shoot, Texas."
Oh my god.
Right. I've listened for years. Is there some way we can support you, like buying
Years.
merch, or I think he means promo time, but he says merch or prom time. What is the first band you want to interview once you can? What band do you want to interview once you can interview a band? I think he's plugging
Who is this
his.
email from, first off?
This is from Derek whatever.
Derek.
Oh, it's the same. Okay. Our first, what? So, okay. I'm trying to remember. So he was asking about promo.
Yeah, he wanted to
merch
know where
and
he could
stuff?
get merch, so I just put it up on the screen.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I see it.
So just go to heikadelicshow.com and it'll take you under level 0, which is our production, and the Shopify site. So that's where you can get the cool t-shirts and the sexy pants.
And he wants to
That
know.
Ringo's going to wear.
I wrote him back and said the first band that you guys are going to interview is Little Richard.
yeah, through a
Oh, wait a
seance
minute,
here
wait a minute.
in
He
my
passed away.
studio.
Sorry, he passed away last week.
yeah.
What a
he
great
kinda did.
influence though on what a great influence on music though, right? I mean,
Yeah, that is.
awesome.
We lost a lot of people
Yeah.
this week, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Little Richard inspired
Like-
some of the biggest artists in the world of all time, in fact, right? And
Yes.
it's pretty
Yep.
awesome.
I actually heard something today about Little Richard that I did not know. He was kicked out of his parents' house when he was 13 years old because his dad figured he was gay. How
Yeah, that's true.
fucked is that?
That's true.
Really?
Well, I read
Like,
his biography.
amazing. Like, what?
Yeah.
He was
Like,
also
I
a
was
voyeur.
shocked by that.
Yeah.
What's that, sorry, G?
His lifelong habits. He was a voyeur. He used to love watching people have sex. He'd get people together, man and or woman, man, whatever, and he used to
Okay,
love watching it. That's
This
what
went
got
in
him
an
on.
entirely different.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, it
No,
was.
no, it's
I
true.
was
It's in his
actually.
biography.
I
It's in his
heard
book.
that. I heard that on terrestrial radio today,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow, that and the guy like blew up. And what was more impressive to me was that everything, the biggest stuff he did was in the 50s,
What
and
the hell
after
am
that,
I-
he
oh,
just.
Who's making a drink? Sorry, Tara, I don't mean to interrupt you. All I hear is like ice hitting a glass.
I don't know. It's Psycho.
Yeah, I
probably.
heard that too.
It's not mine.
That's
Oh, that'd be
Psycho.
me.
Sorry.
You smell
That'd be
my.
me.
You smell my pump.
It's
snort
like the
my
background
pump.
noises of our show is like somebody making a drink.
So,
Right.
I'm getting
It's almost
ready
fitting,
for
not
the,
gonna lie.
I'm getting ready for the after show drink.
Oh. You know, you guys, you got to remember that because all your phones are good and Johnny's on a good mic. All the background ambient crap is picked up very loud, and you got people.
Oh, yes.
that say, listening in Switzerland. Oh, did you hear that? Well, you know, you got all these people that are listening to this
perfect,
stuff
though.
and they have no idea what's going on.
Well,
Yeah.
well, here, I'll tell
That
you
was
what's going
Heiko
on.
making a drink.
Here, hang on. If you're really quiet just for a second, I'll tell you what's going on. There.
Oh,
That's
there
what's
you go.
happening. There. There. I'm happy now. Everything's good. So You boys
That
have
about
anything
work.
last words to throw out there?
I got nothing other than to say thanks to everybody listening on Reality Radio 101 tonight and everyone checking out the Facebook feed tonight. Please meet us back here next Monday.
Yeah. How about you, Johnny?
I'm good.
Oh,
Actually,
he's
I
fucking
think
not even
I
paying
think
attention.
no, I think so I'm on a big property and in the evening the wolves come in. So my dogs were outside, so they're going crazy out there. So
So they think they're going to fight wolves. This ought to be interesting because I know your dogs.
yeah, they're all freaking out.
Oh,
But
fuck,
we do.
I heard that.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
no, they're all going nuts now. So
They're howling and shit, eh?
well,
Your dogs are going to get their asses kicked
Oh,
unless you get them
that
fuck
was
inside.
they're pretty protective.
That was
So
Yeah, that was me.
yeah. But and there's these for another
Hear
show
them?
we'll talk about that. There's these things called Kai wolves. Look them up. They're part wolf, part coyote. Anyway, that's it, guys. I'm good. So
How
we'll
about
see
you,
next
Gary?
No, thank you. I want, you guys are the greatest thing. I mean it. You're funny, you're entertaining. I love the show. And I just want to wish that everyone, please, stay safe. Don't be in such a hurry now that, we're kind of releasing things, as far as being out in the public and things. Just take your time.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Still, keep all the health things, that advice that people want you to do, because it's very important. Yeah, because we could have a second wave of this if it gets out of control. So we don't want that.
Look what happened in China.
Yeah, so you gotta be
Absolutely,
careful.
Gary.
Yeah, for sure. That's it.
Yeah,
All
well
right.
said.
And I want to thank all the people that were part of our show tonight, which is Chad and Sharon, the sexy bitch, and Bert, who's with Ernie drinking a beer, Mike from TO, Tyler, Samantha, Ralph, Susan, Derek from Crotch Lake, Amanda from
Crotch
Burlington,
Lake. I need to go there.
Anthony, who's hungry because you guys kept talking about food, poor bastard. I hope you got some food, Anthony. Jackie, and then last but not least, we had Derek from Cutting Shit, Texas. And Bobby Cuz was on social media, and Keisha. You guys are all awesome. We love having you here. Stay tuned. We are here every week, every Monday night, about 9:15. So till next week, everybody, I hope you all come back and listen to the Heikadelic Show on Reality Radio 101.
101.
From a sad man tone.
Yeah, I love that song.
Fuck yeah!
Thank you for listening to the